Joel and Ella are setting out to prove that beautiful, affordable, tiny homes can be built using innovative aircrete technology. In this video, they take on the challenge of constructing a complete aircrete dome entirely from the ground up. But one question continues to surface. Can a lightweight material that feels almost like foam truly become a durable and comfortable home? The project takes place in Arkansas, where construction begins on a 16-foot dome with a fully custom design. Instead of following an existing blueprint, the builders experiment with fresh proportions and entirely new building techniques. Around the site, preparations are already well underway. Fresh aircrete is mixed using a new foaming agent that creates millions of tiny, stable air bubbles. Once combined with the cement slurry, those bubbles become trapped throughout the mixture, producing lightweight blocks with excellent insulating properties while using far less raw material than traditional concrete. But the process is about more than simply reducing weight. Those trapped air pockets also improve insulation, making aircrete especially well suited for tiny homes, domes, and creative structures like this Airbnb project. Once hardened, the material can be cut, shaped, carved, and fitted much more easily than conventional concrete blocks. The challenge lies in achieving the perfect mix. The team assembles a series of curved wooden forms. These act as guides while the aircrete blocks are installed and bonded together to match the intended design. A dome cannot be built with straight walls. It requires smooth, continuous curves right from the very beginning. That introduces another challenge. Standard aircrete blocks are rectangular, but the dome they are building is anything but. As the walls rise, every block must be carefully trimmed and adjusted to follow the changing radius of the arch. At first, the structure doesn't look particularly impressive. The walls are rough, the joints remain visible, and the overall shape is only beginning to emerge. But this is the stage where mistakes matter most. Every block has to follow the curve precisely. Even the smallest alignment error could affect the entire arch, making accuracy essential from the very first row. Once the blockwork is complete, another critical layer is added. A fiberglass mesh is carefully pressed across the surface of the aircrete walls. At first glance, it may appear to be ordinary fabric, but it plays an important structural role. Without it, the outer coating could develop cracks over time as the building expands, contracts, or settles. The mesh reinforces the plaster, distributing stress evenly across the entire surface. At first glance, aircrete blocks don't seem much different from standard concrete masonry units, but there's a major difference hidden inside. Traditional concrete blocks are dense and heavy. Aircrete blocks contain millions of tiny air pockets, making them dramatically lighter while still remaining highly practical as a building material. That reduced weight offers several important advantages. The blocks are easier to lift, easier to cut, and much simpler to shape into the curved geometry required for a dome. They also provide significantly better thermal insulation than standard concrete, helping the completed building stay cooler during summer and warmer throughout winter. As the structure cures and the temporary wooden forms are removed, the dome is finally able to support itself. Now its flexibility is put to the test. Following the original layout, sections of the walls are carefully cut to create the large arch openings and define the future living space. The process appears straightforward, but there is very little room for error. Remove too much material, and correcting the mistake becomes extremely difficult. With the arches standing independently, the rest of the structure quickly follows. One by one, fresh aircrete blocks are lifted into position. The walls begin to rise, almost like assembling a massive three-dimensional puzzle. Every piece has a precise location, and each joint must align perfectly with the dome's overall geometry. There is little room for shortcuts. A block positioned only a few millimeters out of place can affect everything built above it, forcing the builders to slow down and check the alignment repeatedly. Gradually, the empty shell begins to close. Open spaces become rooms. Rough outlines transform into solid walls. And the vision that once existed only on paper slowly takes shape in the real world. With the outer walls complete, the most demanding stage finally begins: constructing the dome itself. Unlike the lower walls, these blocks cannot simply be stacked from the ground. As the curve becomes tighter, gravity begins working against the builders. Without additional support, freshly installed blocks could shift before the bonding material has enough time to cure. To solve that problem, a temporary tensioning system is introduced. Strong ropes are wrapped around the growing structure and tightened around every new course of aircrete blocks. Acting like adjustable clamps, they hold each block firmly in place, preventing movement while the mortar gains strength. It's a simple technique, but one that makes building a self-supporting dome much safer and considerably more accurate. Working with aircrete makes creating the window openings surprisingly straightforward. The lightweight blocks can be cut and shaped using ordinary tools, allowing the builders to follow the design with remarkable precision. But the easy part ends there. The next step is much more demanding. Installing the window frame presents a completely different challenge. It must fit the curved arch with almost perfect accuracy while remaining square and level. Even the slightest misalignment could create problems later when the glass is installed or as the structure settles. After weeks of careful work, the final aircrete blocks are finally placed into position. For the first time, the entire dome stands completely on its own. The temporary supports have served their purpose. The arches are complete, and the original vision has become a real structure. But despite how impressive it already appears, the building is still far from finished. The surface remains rough. Individual blocks, mortar joints, and construction marks are still visible across the exterior. Left exposed, they would remain vulnerable to weather and moisture over time. That's why the next stage is so important: plastering. That's why the builders refuse to rush. A flexible vinyl archway corner bead is installed around the arched window opening. It may resemble a simple decorative trim, but it serves a far more important purpose. The profile creates a clean, accurate transition between the wall surface and the future window assembly, making the final installation much easier. The entrance is more than simply a way inside. It is one of the most important features of the entire Airbnb. First impressions can define an entire stay, especially in hospitality design. That's why the builders create a dramatic, oversized arch instead of a standard doorway. The tall entrance, paired with full-height glass panels, fills the dome with natural light while framing the surrounding landscape, making the compact Airbnb feel brighter, larger, and more inviting. Inside, the layout follows the same philosophy. Rather than dividing the space into several small rooms, the design keeps the interior open, enclosing only the areas that require privacy. Every square foot is carefully planned to maximize both comfort and functionality. Before the walls can be finished, all electrical wiring and plumbing must be installed. One of Aircrete's biggest advantages is how easily it can be cut and shaped using ordinary tools, allowing channels for pipes and cables to be carved directly into the walls. Once everything is in place, the channels are sealed, leaving all utilities hidden behind a smooth finish while reducing labor and construction waste. With the mechanical work complete, the builders inspect every detail, filling gaps, checking every opening, and ensuring nothing has been overlooked before plastering begins. Layer by layer, the rough Aircrete surface is transformed into smooth, seamless walls. Although time-consuming, this stage defines the home's final appearance. Guests may never appreciate the effort behind perfectly finished curves, but those details create the welcoming atmosphere they'll remember. Attention then shifts to the systems hidden inside the home. Electricians complete the wiring, heating, and hot water equipment are installed, cooling systems are connected, and the plumbing is pressure tested to ensure every joint is leak-free. While these features remain invisible, they provide the comfort that makes the Airbnb feel like a complete home. The project also extends beyond the dome itself. Underground trenches are dug to bring electrical service from the main supply, keeping utilities protected while preserving the clean look of the property. One of the home's standout features is its full-height glass entrance, which blurs the line between indoors and outdoors. Natural light and uninterrupted views make the interior feel more spacious, while creating a relaxing atmosphere that enhances the guest experience. With construction nearing completion, the exterior receives a waterproof primer before its final coat of paint. Inside, the walls are primed and painted, while the concrete floor is protected with a moisture barrier before the finished flooring is installed, ensuring long-term durability. As the interior comes together, thoughtful design choices maximize every inch of space. The kitchen is positioned beside the entrance, turning what would have been an used circulation space into a practical work area while leaving the central living space open and uncluttered. After months of planning and construction, the aircrete dome is finally complete. What began as an empty foundation has become a modern, energy-efficient, affordable, and visually striking Airbnb. For future guests, it will be a unique place to relax and enjoy a memorable getaway. For those who followed the entire journey, it stands as proof that innovative materials, careful planning, and creative thinking can transform an empty piece of land into an unforgettable destination. If you enjoyed watching this incredible transformation from foundation to finished home, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for the next inspiring project.